How's it going, everyone? This is South Bay Rebel, and I have finally gotten around to building the Tantive 4 hallway scene, and we're going to dive right into that today. This is set number 75387 with 502 pieces, and it is a 25th anniversary set, so it's got the nice blue hue to the box, and just overall nice box art. I like the way that they've packaged these with that 25th anniversary logo, so that's cool, and it does come with that exclusive 25th anniversary ARC Trooper 5's figure. Looking at the build itself, the hallway is nice. It's a bit larger than the previous hallway scene that we had from The Mandalorian with Luke Skywalker, and I think that's good. The price point is bigger at, I think, about $55, but I think it's worth it. It comes with 7 minifigures, and one of those is an exclusive. So at that price point for Lego Star Wars, that's pretty unheard of. So it's definitely worth the buy just for that alone. And the rest of the build is really fun anyways. So let's get into that part of it and talk about how fun it is and how nice it was to put it together and how well it displays. So it does have some playable features that we'll get into in just a second, but it also displays well. It's not necessarily a diorama, but it definitely has that diorama feel, just without the plaque that we normally get in the diorama line, and it also doesn't come with the black box art that we would regularly see from the adult line 18 plus diorama sets. And for this to be a true diorama display worthy set, it would definitely need to have those nicer finishing touches on it. But there's a reason that they don't have those on this set, and it's to allow for the playability features. And that's not to say that it doesn't display nicely, it just doesn't have the refinement when held up against the diorama specific sets. I was also a little put off at first about the seemingly excess amount of blank space front and center in this hallway, but as I got into the build and started messing around with some of that playability, I realized that that was kind of necessary for those features as well. It also doesn't look so blank if you've got it at a eye level angle, and really only is apparent when you're looking at it from above. Now, getting into the playability specifically, there's a ton of great features, and I really think it drives home the fun nature of this set. Starting with the hallway door itself, it actuates, allowing it to go from a closed position and look to a cut open kind of look. So I really like that. It definitely has that charred burning effect around the edges to re-illustrate that part of the movie scene, and it's really nice. There's also other playability features in the flicking switches at the front of the assembly. So they launch minifigures into the air, and there's a bunch of them, so you can really have a nice back and forth battle if you're using this play set to play with, which at the end of the day is what it's intended for. It's a toy, and it's just nice to see them still incorporating those fun features into this stuff, and I really enjoyed having fun with it and playing with it and launching those minifigures into the air. It was a lot of fun. Here's an angle from the top of those switches. Pretty simple. You just put a minifigure over them with one leg and the other leg on a peg to hold them in place, and then flick the switch. It's fun, and it was a feature that I believe was also in the Luke Skywalker hallway scene from the Mandalorian assembly. So neat that they carried that over here to this build, and also the amount of minifigures just made it that much more fun to use that feature. Now the set does have some sticker pieces, and actually it's mostly stickers as far as those designs go, but the most important one is the door, in my opinion, and that is actually printed. So it's nice to see that the biggest of those pieces had a print instead of a sticker, and they went the extra mile to make it nice. It also probably helps with the door actuating open and closed to give it a smoother action. So I'm sure that factored into why it was printed and not a sticker. Jumping into the exclusive minifigure for ARC Troopers 5, I enjoyed this. I know there was a little bit of back and forth among the community about whether it was accurate and whether it was nice enough, but I think it's a decent figure. Obviously, there's always room to improve, and this is no exception. I think that the helmet holes are always a contention point. Also, the pauldron was really flat, and so those are a little bit of areas where it could have improved, but all in all, I think it's a nice figure and I'm really happy to have it added to my collection. That said, I wouldn't run out and buy this set just to get your hands on that minifigure. If you really want that and don't care about the rest of the set, try it on the secondary market, look on eBay, but the figure by itself isn't the selling point here. I think the set itself is the biggest selling point. It's 55 bucks. It comes with 7 minifigures. One of them is that exclusive one. It's a ton of fun to put together and a blast to play with, and it looks good on the shelf. That's just my opinion, but I really liked this set, and if you liked this video about this set, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos, and until the next time, I will catch you on the flip side.